Hey, what's up, guys? A little bit rushed in, but this is our weekly pod yet again with Jackie.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes. We're gonna start off today with some huge news from Jackie.
Yes.
What happened then?
What happened in Berlin, what happened with Urban Move, and that we had actually great success, even though the universe tried to make everything impossible, but still, it was a great event after all. So maybe I can just start with this. So, what was our initial idea before going to Chris Brown? First, I'm a big fan of it. I started dancing because of him since I'm a child, and I was really influenced by him. And when I understood that he's in Europe, we decided to go to Berlin and to also promote Urban Move as well,
Yeah.
because some of the products you will see that are actually titled names of his songs. So our initial idea was like how to promote a brand on a concert, and actually I didn't find any article or video on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I searched about everything, and I decided that I need to do it by myself, because first we understood that in front the concert was in Mercedes-Benz Arena, which is like a really huge arena in Berlin. It's really nice, and in front of the arena, it's private property. And I needed to ask them first, which I see that some of the brands, maybe if they wanted to promote there, it's a little bit of impossible, because they can the police can come, they can say to you, you're not allowed here, and just take you off the stage there. So I asked them on the phone when I was in Berlin, can I make a battle? We're like 20 people. Yeah, 20 dancers.
20 people by my side.
Yeah. Can we make a little battle? Because I didn't know that it was going to be such a huge event. And they said, oh, we can't say no, but we also can say yes. And I was like, okay, it's 50-50. I wrote an email, and they said the same. So I was like, okay, we're doing it. And our idea was to make those dance battles before the actual event, because a lot of people were standing there. There were a lot of dancers making videos on the Mercedes Platz, because it's they have a really New York vibes there. Big TV screens on the buildings. It's a lot of lightning, and it's super nice environment. So we went there. We had a big JBL, like a suitcase sound system, Bluetooth, and I rented one microphone a couple of hours ago from one Blue Media company. It was called, they had audio systems. I was like, I'm in the right place for this. So I took the mic and we went in front of the arena. Before that, I was promoting the brand to the people. We're I'm from Urban Move. We're having some jokes because they were watching me and the flyers. And I know that those people, they're there for the concert. Me as well. But I know that we have something common, because I'm a dancer. We love Chris Brown, so we have common ground. And I started to making jokes with them, and I explained why I'm here, what is the brand, and they were super friendly, which I want to thank to all of them.
This is the audience,
Yeah, the audience in front of the arena. So my friend comes with the GBL, and we're preparing, and I'm telling to the people we're having a dance battle after an hour. They're like, okay, it's nice, we're coming. And I put the mic in, and the microphone is not working. And we have, I think, an hour most, or hour and 15 minutes until they open the doors. And I was like, okay. I went to, they had a mall next to the Mercedes Arena. I was running, and I asked one of the guys there in the shop, do they have a microphone with a jack? They said, of course, we don't have. He said to me, go to Alexanderplatz. We have there a bigger shop, and they'll probably have this one. And I was like, okay, I don't have so much time. It's 50 minutes per direction, I think, because of the traffic. So I decided to call actually the guys from Blue Media, and they asked me if we actually tried the microphone. I was like, no, they just gave it to me, and I thought it's working. And we were on WhatsApp. He was like, those both guys were like watching the sound system, the microphone. We were like, check, 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 check. And the people were like starting to stare at us. And actually, some of them were asking, "What about the battles?" I was like, "Technical issues. Don't worry, it's coming." And at the end, they told me, "Well, we can't do nothing. We will like give your money back." And at this moment, I told them, "I'll send you an Uber. Just give me a new microphone and cable. It doesn't matter how much time it will take. I want a new cable." And they were like, "Okay, we have a warehouse. We'll send it to you." 15 minutes later, this guy is coming. He's just passing me one black bag from the taxi, and they had a lot of police there. Also, we had a special forces that went with their dogs next to our luggage, and they asked if we have a bomb. I said no, and this guy said, "Okay, we heard this a lot of time."
These fire ass beats that I got in my luggage.
Yes, and I took the cable, and we saw that the people were already standing in line, and they are waiting to get the best spot. So we're like, okay, we need to try and do this after the concert. And after that, we just went in. We gave some flyers there. We met some people, and we actually went finally for the concert that I came to Berlin.
Yeah.
And Chris Brown killed it. It was like 2-hour performance, and he was like non-stop dancing and singing and a cappella, everything. He has this brilliant voice. And when he said, "This is my last song," my friend said to me, "I'm taking your jacket and I'm waiting in front of the arena. Just come quickly because we need to set the GBL and the microphone that were in another building in his car on the first floor." And we had to run really fast. Yeah. And we went back, and I was like 1090 if I was going to do it. 10% that I'm doing it. And at the end, I said to myself that this is my shot, because I wanted to see how people are going to react to me, to my brand as well, and how am I going to like handle this public. And I remember that there was one song, because at the end of the concert, Chris Brown was putting 3 songs, and everyone was applauding and screaming, and he was like picking those that won, and he was singing them. And there was one song, "Yo, excuse me, miss," that was nearly at the spot to win. So I put this song, and I turned the volume up, and people were like coming nearby, and they were like starting to dance. I was like, okay, it's coming.
Everybody's getting warmed up.
Yeah. And I took the microphone, and from there, it was just like I've done this like 300 times. I don't know how. This was like my stage, and I was so calm about it and super excited. And at some point, there was like a big circle. I was inside of it, and there were like maybe 300 people. And also on the balcony of the arena, there were also people there filming. I couldn't see the impact. They told me after that. I was just seeing a lot of people and attention. And I was in the circle by myself, and I could see that people are dancing, but they're a little bit afraid to come in.
Yeah.
And finally, I took one girl and one boy that they started dancing. And after that, it was like a disco party. There were like a lot of people in the circle. And after that, we started actually the battles. Female versus female, and male versus male. And I think we had this party for like 2 hours. And at the end, we have also the finalists. I'm actually putting some videos after this podcast. And They were really great, the people. They were just having a lot of fun. And I don't know if anybody had done this before in front of the concert. And there was one police car next
Yeah.
to us, but nobody said anything. And I know that if we did this before the concert with those, with the SWAT teams, with the policemen, I think they would
Was
just,
there a lot of SWAT teams and police
yeah,
after the concert?
no, before.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think they were going to stop us because they were searching the bags, they were
Yeah.
checking people, and I realized it after the event. So actually, the universe helped finally, just to not to yeah to start the event before the concert, and I. I wanted to give them a product of ours. To the guy, I gave him one jacket that we have only one quantity. We're not producing it. Was like special, very, very limited
Yeah. Rare.
edition. Yeah, well, windbreaker with embroidery and stuff. To the others, I gave bucket hats, t-shirts, and one of the girls actually found me on TikTok and Instagram. We were chatting a bit, and I'm really grateful to her. I know that she will see it. And also a great dancer. She won. So yeah, it was a great experience that actually made me realize that my actual public is the hip hop dancers. Like I knew this from the start when we started the brand, but I tried to see like
What are the roads? What are kind of communities? What?
yeah,
Yeah.
I was not so sure how I'm going to do this. Like how I'm going to impress the dancers, like to see that this is me, and that's why this is the brand. It's around hip hop music, Chris Brown, dancing, of course, because I was really shy to be in front of the camera, so this was not an option. But right now, 3 years later,
Yeah.
yeah, I changed a lot, and this was the event that gave me the fuel just to see how this brand, like how it should continue. So yeah, and also a great idea if somebody wants to promote their brand, but they need to really have this like
And they have to have a knack for public events.
yeah, and also to be really close to those people because I know Chris, I know every song, I know every beat.
Yeah, they have to be close to the artist as well,
Yeah,
to the actual music involving the community. If it's some sort of brand involving
yeah. They need
music.
to be really close because the people will understand that you're all only promoting it. But at first I was having only fun, and I was really proud by the people that came there, that I was there, and I did this even though I was full of fear and like negative thoughts. But when the microphone went to my hands, like everything went really smooth.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like a great event.
Do you think you would have garnered so much attention if it was before the concert? Because with all the police and SWAT teams, and all the commotion, and everybody's actually like looking forward to the concert.
Yeah, I think the attention was not there because when I was like looking at Chris Brown, I was so hyped that I felt that I want to dance after the concert. I want after party for myself, and I knew there that people like me, there were like 300,000 people. I don't know. No, 30.
Probably around 30,000.
Yeah, 30,000.
I don't think the arena's that big.
Yeah, this was only the one of the areas. So
Yeah.
I knew that there were a lot of people that were feeling like me, and I knew that there are a lot of dancers there. So it just happened. And because their attention before the concert was how to get to the best place to see Chris
Yeah.
Brown and to be as quick as possible. And thank God that this happened with this microphone, that we postponed it after that.
Yeah, how do you like this is actually great, like imagine the feeling of it, of the whole concert, like 30,000 people. How much do you think out of them like were left on the after party, on your after party? Like
Well, there were a couple of thousand in front of the arena, and they started moving really fast, but they were like coming more and more people from the arena. And I know that Chris Brown had an after party in one club, but the capacity was I think 500
Yeah,
people. Yeah, it
yeah,
was really, really small. And there were a lot of people that really wanted to do something. And we are like in the middle of Berlin. And actually, in this area, there are no clubs nearby to Mercedes Arena because it's like a business neighborhood.
yeah,
So we had the best spot, and the great part was like a day after I posted my first video, one of my friends put me like sent me a voicemail and said to me, I know that you probably like you already seen it, but Chris Brown shared your own story. I was like, no, I didn't see it, and I thought she was joking, and I saw that I was on his first story for 18 hours
yeah,
already, and I was like, I went crying for real. I was so happy, like all of the emotions that I have from the concert before that, after that, it was just amazing that he has seen me. Yeah.
yeah. So it's safe to say not to throw any shade, but I guess you had a better after party than Chris Brown because he had only 500 people. You had a couple thousand.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, I want to thank him that he just his energy is just something else. And I saw some videos of people that were like they were saying, I'm listening to Chris Brown the entire day. I'm waking up. I'm going to bed with keeping in mind Chris Brown,
Yeah,
and they're like trying to get another tickets to go to another locations. So yeah, he's a badass, and he knows how to pick up the crowd and just leave us there for 2 hours in
yeah.
euphoria.
An actual performer.
Yeah,
Damn. Would Can't even imagine it.
yeah.
Like what it would have been like live. So you say you weren't worried at all. It was just you felt that it was right.
Yeah, it was right. And now I'll think how I want to actually contact a lot of dancers that I want us to be our face of Urban Move,
Mm-hmm.
and to present us around the world. So maybe I'll do an ambassador campaign because we all have this set up, but we didn't know like what kind of people we want to be our ambassadors, to be influencers, uh, be more related to streetwear fashion, or to have something like to be dancers, rappers, music artists. But
Yeah.
right now I think dancers are like the people that I want to connect with because they are close to my heart. And I know if you're feeling very genuine about this, it's on with another step to another. Uh, Things are just starting to grow up
Mm-hmm.
without pushing and just getting beyond yourself. It's just happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we'll try to do now.
Nice. Nice. Ugh, I don't even know how to go after that.
Yeah.
I had a whole plan. I lost it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
glad that I had the opportunity to tell you this now here
Yeah.
because yeah, we didn't have time to see each other, but it was really an experience. So next time you're definitely coming with me.
Yeah. Berlin sounds like fun.
Yeah, a lot.
Also, getting searched by SWAT teams also looks like fun.
Yeah, on the edge.
Survive, adapt, overcome.
Yeah.
Speaking of all influencing and stuff, like, uh, lost my train of thought. Do you have any other artists that you look up to that you think would be a good future event?
Future event. Yeah, I was thinking about it. The Weekend actually has a tour in
Hmm.
Europe. And I think he's also very close to me because I love like R&B and more of his
Yeah,
kind
type
of
of
music.
songs, yeah, low
Yeah,
key songs.
yeah. And other artists, I like Tory Lanez, but he's in jail, so no
Okay,
tours
so not
soon.
soon after 20 years, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but actually, I was thinking, and I'll see who gets my attention and who I love as a dancer, and maybe I'll go there after that.
Hmm. Nice. There are a lot of underground artists that probably will come up in the next few years, like
Yeah,
that this like nothing can compare, I think, to Chris Brown because in
Yeah,
his own lane.
he's top of the top.
Yeah, he is this since the last 15, maybe mo-
20 years nearly.
20
Two,
years.
yeah, 200,
No, not
2005, he started, I
okay.
think there.
So 18 years,
Yeah.
17 years, something like that. Yeah, and he is in his own lane. But the new artists that come up, like he still makes songs with a little bit of an edge and still a little bit of a 2000s vibe,
Yeah.
which is not very much seen today in the new artists, which is normal. Like
Yeah.
music progresses, and even nowadays, I think there's the new type of music like uh, what was it? There's this artist Breakins, I think was his name. This type of music that was I don't even know what genre it is. It's a little bit mixed up uh with the techno vibe of the 2010s, like the tens and R&B and a little bit of hip hop as well. Like it's some sort of new genre that came up
Yeah.
these few weeks that's starting to blow up. I'll show it to you later.
Okay.
It's the total new vibe, and I think this is gonna be the next type of music probably for the next few years.
Yeah.
Like the baby a little bit fell off. There's actually too much memes already about it.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, like the baby fell. He put out a song and somebody wrote the producer doesn't even want to be there. It was yeah. He just nobody goes to his concerts anymore.
Yeah.
Nobody even goes to clubs. He cancels shows because there's no people.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's that bad right now
Yeah.
for him. And maybe because he blew up with sort of a catchy vibe, but it was nothing special.
But also his attitude
Yeah, his
in
attitude.
public.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his attitude like garnered some attention, and it was useful for marketing,
Yeah.
but it was a short-term goal.
Yeah. Because Tory Lanez was also cancelled, but people love him. And his attitude is different from the baby.
Yeah, but Tory Lanez creates. He started by making a little bit rough around the edges, like hip hop, rap, stuff like that. He then continued to evolve. People like to see artists who evolve. I
Yeah.
think that's it. Like they don't want to see the same vibe for the next 5 years. Like the baby, that's I think his why his artistry is questionable because it's the same vibe. Like 2019 passed, 2020 passed,
Yeah.
21, 22, and he's still doing the same shit.
Yeah, and
It's
I
the same
don't think anybody wants to collaborate with him because of the attitude. Because if he collaborates somewhere that the track is fine, he could just learn or see the new trends at
Yeah,
least in real life. But right now, he's just too much ego.
yeah. I'm it's not even in my feed anymore. Like I follow the baby, but before it was always in my feed. Now it's like nope, not anymore.
200 songs below.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I thought about Jack Harlow, but also, like you said, underground artists. They have great music. Those that are not, again, part of the industry that
Hmm.
can't organize such an event as in Mercedes Arena, but I'm okay to go in clubs or some small bars that we could just, again,
Yeah,
do this kind of battles that we have a lot of fun. And to people to relate to the brand as the part of the dancers, this
yeah,
kind of community, because I don't think dancers have a brand that unites them. And when I'm seeing with what actually they are dancing for us, of course, for breakers, they have brands like Vans and
hmm
other brands that they are wearing,
even
but
Puma is
yeah.
also a b-boy brand, like some other
Yeah,
kicks.
but for actual hip hop, it's a mix of everything is wearing everything. It's
Yeah,
not one brand that you say, okay, this
that's
is this is for the dancers. It's made for them by a dancer.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.